52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. This defense for the Cards, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play fake. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. He's got it with the 15. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 55 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, that's a good point.
Yeah, they always wanted to go for it, and I think they get the right idea right now. The way they move the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop now, momentum. Go get it.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First carry for James Conner. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Vikings at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
On 2nd down, Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Cousins now from the 50. That is caught by Thielen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. After 1, it's 9-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet. and say, this is what the problem is? Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Murray. That's complete to McBride. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Murray again. This is Connor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Rolling to his left. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. Play fake. Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Got a man. It's McBride complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Nuwanger now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
18 yards the gain for number 18. First down, here's Cousins. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. To throw is Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the ground, Cook. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. And, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Murray to Connor on the check down. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands,
also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you haven't been taught.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff coming left, Connor. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Shotgun now from Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to under pressure, and they got to him again. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. 27 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Reagor, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from going up by 30. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction. 2nd and 15. From the gun, Murray. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take over here near the 40. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Now Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 3 in the game, and and 6 on the year. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. We have played 3 quarters. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. They find some open field here. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 62 yards. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Connor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got room. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air.
Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray going to throw.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Joseph on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner,
and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing now is Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Murray now on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Cousins.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This is Rager with it on the crossing pattern.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Cousins here to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But
and the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do